A side very early on. You've got kiNgg and Mazino pushing out B. Broken turret.
So the Util's going to be uploaded here. Flashed up towards the back of the site. Tex could not evacuate, couldn't evade it. JonahP as well is going to cement himself into this 4 position. And the flank is given up entirely from Lev. They're actually going to be regrouping back up together, just trying to play this one forwards. But again, aspas is committed, catches the cross, pass and away. There was no trade in sight. Unconventional, really, from G2. Expect that to be really the building blocks of this team. Biding their time now, waiting to regroup as the Util is now back online, sending it flying forwards, and a fight is caught by G2 out towards the back of the site. Icy even just lucky just to get the one. JonahP and Trent, and accounted for. Off to the side themselves, aspas dropping down and just double check. We will have to double check that one, but pretty sure it was Haven. Aspas, early fight and engagement for him. He's going to be opted into that straight away. Does draw blood with Leaf dropping. No one's being pushed back away from this though. G2 still want to commit. The drone up and over, missing the tag. Aspas will always be keen to disrespect you.
Right here.
Going to try and take those fights forward and often, especially with a rifle in hand. Dart has to be dodged and avoided as well. It's off angle, spraying them down, expecting that re-peek. And it's all in the back of his mind. He knows exactly the positions to be playing. 3 in the round already for him.
And dodge on the thrash too, so not even getting punished by that.
He's been leading most of those statistical metrics, but finally shut down in the moment.
Chose to make the play there that could have ended the round instantly, but he's left his team in a 2v2.
Don't get me wrong, a lot of damage done to Icy here. In this spot, JonahP going to be the one to take that first contact. Again, there's so many healthy targets though. Half armored out, one shot from the elbow would do it, Tix. He survives, lands those shots up, leaves it alone to Icy in this 1v2. A quick tap as well. Icy issue not being forced out. ADS stubborn damage done, but he doesn't really have the gun or the weaponry for it. Again, just has to peek out, jiggle, and he's just on a sliver of Alpha to set the scene. G2 still going to be pushing up though. Updraft over the top, aspas! Claiming one after another. Dropping any adversary that steps to him. And he wants to just take away any possibilities of the G2. Outlaw in his hands. Oh, nice return on the fire.
That's what you have to be doing. Otherwise, aspas is going to push further and further, test those boundaries.
Doesn't get away with it, does he? Leaf is also quite eager. This guy tagged up though. Have to stop himself. Head's barely poking over. Slight exchange of the bullets. Repositioned though, these low players. Com is pretty hard committed off to the corner here. Players are being picked apart. I was up through mid with Mazino dropping down. All it's going to be asked for. They are falling apart actually. Leviatán, Tex. A little bit of AD in terms of the rifle play on hand. He's going to do a lot now to try and push this one back. Flash over as a pause to score, but they don't expect this position already. Valyn crept his way up even deeper onto these sightlines. Plan can now go online, picking up the orb, no time, but that one's still dropping. kiNgg sensing it. There's definitely chances, can't adjust it. Never expected when they're going to be hitting it through, and now though, Mosh Pit, Longer to Reckoning, it's a big indicator. Alongside the flash as well, it's all being sent flying forwards. Hunter's Fury, this is the respawn. Com is looking for a kill or two, at least gets the one tag. Trent still avoiding it. And would stand his ground against it, and now the flood is caught. Lev, who would have played this one with the bodies into the fight and the fray, taking it forwards, past and away. Still, it's a kill feed that is filling entirely up Wingman. No spike into his hands. They slow it down once more, calling for it with only 12 seconds onto the clock. It's left it just down to Com. He's the one who's got to respond to all of this pressure. Shock darts flying forwards, Cove just denying any sort of bullets that fly forwards. The 1v3, Thrash is avoided, spotting the head, spotting the bullets, looking for a kill or two. This is chaos incarnate. He's dropped down to 5 HP. Barely any weaponry.
Huge
A lot of
pressure.
Yeah, already walking up straight into him as well. kiNgg, just the one before the trade comes online again. Might have spotted those players just before he dropped lockdown. That is incredibly committed. Many angles you're going to have to defend into that spot as well. I mean, Icy's like, all right, mate, I'm leaving you to your own devices.
But at the same time, look how far back the defenders are. No contest possible for the plant. And even getting into a retake position is very difficult. So many spots you have to clear.
Every single step of the way. Leviatán can't get a foothold, man. They cannot stand against this. Still, Mazino will make a good go of it. But again, it's a retake scenario. aspas is working with that operator. He's going to slow them down once more. All that time that's been bought. Backing away, Trent also with his Hunter's Fury in his back pocket, and you can already hear it. Spike's ticking away. Options removed and limited. It doesn't matter about the Cove that's placed down as well. Can't be defended against it. Valyn cleaning up Mazino, drifted off to the side. aspas, he's eager to pick up that operator again, save it into the next.
But that's a perfect round.
It is.
Lev had 3 or 4 players over towards a tell.
Now going for another re-exploration, double dub. So many players ready to receive. It's G2 again. They bait and punish and pulling them back. And aspas is just forced back and away. Mazino has got to do a ton and more. 2 are dropped down in the process. Spike in the hands of Wingman back. Open! Oh, just about got it. Right before the Cove ended up being propped up.
30 seconds left.
Receiving that one back and again. Dart reveals it, 2 versus 2. Valyn is low.
Spike
Plant
planted.
online though, backs himself away again. Reckoning now available for this post plant.
I suggest you move.
It's going to be used nice and early. Just to buy them a bit of that time as well. Nobody wants to reveal themselves too early from G2, just making sure that they play this one safe.
Poison orb emitting.
Orb up,
No charges left.
putting the pressure now, at least with that
Last
tap.
player
kiNgg, no.
standing.
Eats a ton of damage in the process of it. Leaves it down to aspas. Noise being made from the footsteps. Quick little tap, cutting it away. He's baiting out the peak and the response from G2. They do hand him the 1, but still time is running short.
at least they
Brings it
tried.
down to it, and it's ice cold from Trent. The dart reveals all.
This
He knows he's won
is
it.
nothing.
Time is on his side, and another round is inevitable. About all of this. Exploiting and abusing any possible options. Well, just a pre-fire. aspas, he's been punished for a lot of these aggressive plays, and he's making a go of things again. Tex dropped down to just double digits of health barely there. kiNgg also has to go for that re-aggression. He needs information. At least maintain a bit of control out towards an over B.
Finally, that defense exploration finds value, but kiNgg is still battling with Icy over towards B. This could be the round for Lev, despite losing aspas early.
Got the odds to potentially turn the tide. Mazino needs to be careful. It's barely a shoulder peeking out. And just spraying it through. JonahP wins it with the Phantom. Cove down now. That will commit the plant. Into the play. Util's going to be delayed here. The Hunter's Fury just a little bit off the mark. It's a lockdown. Views alongside. It's still damage done. Come! That is picture perfect as well. Lands that one right onto the mark as well. Just catching that rotation back and away. G2 left now with just 2 of these players left to do the most.
Nanoswarm broken. Mosh still available.
And the wall fades away though. Com was not ready for it. Up and over on top of the ropes. No adjustment, at least with the rifle. Still damage done. Tex and kiNgg low enough.
Bad plant.
Man, the damage might do it. It is a bad plant indeed. Up and over the wall into his face. Dropping down on favored. Still kiNgg gets off of it. Does it sticking down? He's spiked again. He used the dash to get out of there. High tide. It's gonna whip its way across towards that B side. Lockdown. There are no answers to this. Lev used all of them up just in that prior round. Didn't even go their way. Lev have no choice but to really respect this one here. Push back and away. Cove up now. Props it forwards. Hand down for the wingman. For the push it away. aspas though, that's a nice one. This is just spam coming through, at least onto those long angles. Leviatán finally getting that advantage. The foothold that they were seeking, that we've been talking about this entire time. Now it's all about converting. Again, G2. Shock darts forwards, flying util into the hands as a punishment. There and away and around still with that damage. He cannot be getting away with his G2. Not again. Not like this. It's an old turn. A thrash. Just to push back and away here. Texi just cannot get down from the high ground. There's no safety there, just buying time and critical moments here for G2. Jump spotting, 7 bullets left, ticking away once more. Dominance, a masterclass. This is insane. High tide?
He thinks the turret's right there.
Yeah, potentially cuts it off a little bit early there. Still up and over the top as well. All this information Valyn has been gaining. It's a full stack of G2. They've got all the bodies in the right places. Ready to just strike from behind. Valyn is right there when his team needs it. The pressure and noise is all being made, and everybody following through and playing off of this one. Heroics in order. But kiNgg is the only one to step up to that site of challenge. As well. They're not holding anything back. There's no hiding of the intent, just trying to lurk players up, trying to catch those cheeky timings. Instead, fully barreling their way forwards. It's all trying to be expected and anticipated, but a spam going one side here.
They know where aspas loves to play.
Yeah, right at the top, you can feel them just raining bullets down onto that spot, forcing him to back away as well. It's all off angles being played again. Lev just trying to hunt and fight towards the back of the side here. Finding the mark, it's aspas finally online. Here and now, leaves it up to Trent, but I think by Valyn and that deep push he did onto the pistol. Cove's now committed, one with a plan.
This is nice. Anticipating that G2 are going to be playing off-site because of that Reckoning. They just take the plant for free and have Reckoning for post. Good identification of the way that G2 are going to be looking to play, and kiNgg's on the late lurk.
aspas, heavily committed. Reckoning has to be committed as well, just to help him out. Big reveal. Dart spotting the twos, spraying away. Mazino not getting punished, at least from not letting the rifle reset here. Backing away now, trying to play this post a little bit better here with a cove. Broken and bursted, still the kills coming in here for G2. Wingman, it's online, up and over the ropes as well. It's still being defused as well, despite the fact that Icy was dropped from behind the flank. It's kiNgg to deny and delay, trying to land that kill, and finally towards B again. But G2 have players committed into mid. I'm beginning to read that this isn't exactly what it seems.
But at the same time, I think the space has already been gained. If Tex falls, that would be a problem for Lev. But otherwise, G2 just looking to play a bit of a retake here.
Oh, Tex has wandered way too far.
Way far up.
Head of the curve, to his own dismay. It's down to that rifle aim. kiNgg, he will deliver. Dropping down two, so that Hunter's Fury is causing issues in the movement. Barely enough to get out of there. aspas survives into the mix now. 3 versus 3. Comes still with the ult, and he's playing this one far back as well. That's the insurance policy into the back pocket. What is going to be the play by G2 as well. Bodies will topple and fall still. Getting a few players onto this one, at least with the wingman, onto the fuse. He committed. That's the acknowledgement broken. At least with just the one burst. aspas holding for the deeper push as well, just spotting it. Top of the head, top of the cranium, just can't quite land it as well. Movement at Jar, finally there with a preempt. Trent sticking all the way through. And there was no plan in sight.
Go round here, just to make sure that they don't force and make things more difficult for themselves.
Yeah, playing it for long-term focus. Grab the win round a little bit later down the line. aspas, this is incredibly committal. Part of the course of this guy. My swarms not doing a job there to push back the plant, so we're going that extension into the round as well. Deep flank here. JonahP again looking to potentially pressure from the side as well. G2 now sending in waves the util. Committal here. The lockdown by Lev, just trying to push them back in a way as well. What is the plan in place for G2?
They're looking to pinch com from both sides. Look at this protocol to clear out the lurker. Gorgeous stuff. Recognition, no Sova utility. Let's go and find where com is.
Gonna have to get a move on here. Time is against them. There's of the essence in this spot right here. Committed positions out from Mazino, off angle, spraying him down, at least with it. Nana swarms, delaying, denying as well. Even more time has been brought up against him again. It's up that narrow margin, half onto it, sticking on the wave, and every single... As well, they are holding. Most of the team is back just watching for a cross up into mid as well, but maybe expecting it in a different position. Spikes over towards A. Space again given up here to Tex, but he can't overstep himself. Not again. This is the defining moment. There's only 34 seconds left, and just strikes. Rapid approach, backs away now, playing with the rest of the team, and across and away, over an attempt to punish. Here's a lockdown. Ults now being laid up, one after the other. The Thrash Entertainment off into the corner, needs to be he's bodyguarded off to the side. Dizzy, dealt with, aspas! That is just elite still. The flooding fast. Into the thick of it, off to the side, JonahP, that's snappy, and the pressure is definitely on. Icy already applying it. Quick little tab at the defuse as well. Kills need to flood in and through. JonahP needs to be dealt with. Off from the side, they do finally take care of him. Down to just one. Trent not able to catch it into the cross. A tap again, but they know he's not on it. It's even evident, and a 3-2-1.
Reminder that G2 took an eco round in order to make round 20 their decisive final blow. And now they're forced onto another eco here.
Yeah. Ult's being committed as well into the prior.
Yeah, things are starting to slip away from G2's iron grip that they had on this map earlier on.
Here.
This one just trying to hold. Oh my goodness! The shot just barely missing. It's a haircut given to Mazino.
And I think that's indicating the kind of loss of grip we're talking about with G2.
It's tumultuous.
Poison's off.
30 seconds left.
Time is what you make of it already. How is JonahP getting this value? 2 versus 2. The damage done to Mazino. All it takes is the tiniest of breezes to bring him down. It's a tap to force him out into the open. G2 on the precipice, on the cusp, and that's how they Push them back with the early molly. Again, he's still committed into this spot as well. It's not an easy exit for him. He's tucked to the corner to Dizzy, and an explosion to just committed. Right out and through. Double players up for the TP as well. Cut to the corner. But again, the adjustments, the micro aim adjustments, G2 have locked them in place. Just like that.
I can't believe that G2 have got out of that one alive. I don't know what the timing was, but it looked perfection. Aspas is going to do his best to try to recover things. He's got some hookah control. Can he play Mazino back in? Latch onto Mazino?
Yeah, again, he's just like caught up into the corner once more. And G2 happy to take up all the space. Even through the back of the halls, Aspas, they already know his position. They flipped the site entirely against him. They're not going to give him a chance or an option to get back into this.
It's
Anything
ridiculous.
G2 do, yeah, they're always going to be trying to make sure that they sync up these plays together. Snap P. Adjustments. Off to the side again, but the plan is even just for backside. Who's going to take first contact for it? Valyn knows he's off of it.
There's no time.
Circle shrinks, yeah, and so to the chances. Once more, G2. They twisted very difficult. Too many angles to watch for already. Could have walked back past. Jump spot though from Trent. A little bit too overcommitted. And now the util. It's going to sail straight through and pass it over to Satchel. Just barely getting these players out of dodge still. Icy's alive and kicking still. Aspas ult earned. It's in the back pocket now with a showstopper. Could be a key piece that they use to try and push this back and apply the pressure right back to him. G2 only got 30 seconds left. C's going to miss actually, rebounding right into them. I think that was comms to try and delay and deny. Leap the plan. There's nothing to push this back and away. Watching for the headshot angle. Just anybody to hop up onto that box. King, time needs to be bought. A noise needs to be made for him to get some value from that spot, but he is cleaned up. All sticking together now. Ult in the hands, noise being cut. Aspas is just hoping that it will force G2 to scurry away, but again they tuck tight to the corners and there is so much safety here for them. Denying any opportunity, just swings. It's perfection in motion, man. And G2 make even the best teams feel like you're just dancing around them every single time. It's in a rare round where it's going to be that heavy committal from G2. They don't wait things out, not right now. Still, Tunnel goes wide and forwards and through. Still have to worry about these showers. Players Satchel up and over. Still, Icy's perched up, but he is vulnerable into this spot as well. There's too many angles to really account for him, but the smoke's in his face. Full committal by Lev now. They've got all the bodies in the right place, making sure that they can try and flood back into this one and fight it. Aspas is leading the charge, spearhead for the team, but again, forcing these players out wide and open, in through the showers, fighting in a split mid around Mazino from behind. Barely there, still lands it, everybody. That's Aspas. TP pivot now. It's that showers control that was theirs, but again, they do have to crunch these players. Mazino feeling quite a lot of the pressure coming his way. A lot of that util preventing the evacuation, but he finally finds a bit of safety out through the back of the site. And the deep reflank occurring from Lev. Two players up onto the flank. Viper's pit now to try and offset this. G2 very defensive. JonahP can hear all of this, and the off angle not expected again. Wide in the face. King will deliver at least with the trade. There's a molly at his feet. The timing's not good enough. Just tries to get straight past it in the head. Aspas up and over, around and away. But again, they got to deal with this pit, and it's just causing too much confusion into the fight. Crom left to do a lot. Trent still locking it down very short. The tap from Mazino, but all it takes is a bit of... Go for a little bit more, but this is the push ahead here by G2. Thrash couldn't be followed up, just waiting out for the tether. There is that detainment into the corner. Orbital strike as well, push them back in the way. That's a spike a minute, Valyn! Couldn't run away from it. He's seeking safety, at least with the TP, and this is G2 in a pretty precarious spot. They have to explode out into this one and try and take these fights. Brute force on display, but King locking it down. Molly's at the...
Good info for Icy.
Yeah. Icy's been pushed as well into this deep corner as well. I don't think this is going to be expected at all. King walks straight into it. Pits drop down. That's beautiful. And it's a massive opening now. It leaves it all down to Com. He's a solo anchor. He's got to weather the storm. Buffer himself pass and away from him. But look at the utility. You can't stand your ground. Not against that. You have to give it up. And so, backs away now. Still with the weaker weapons for G2, but plenty of tools at their disposal, definitely to turn the tide. And with that orbital strike, it's going to be committed into elbow here. Bit of spam of the bullets, they forced this fight out, and at least isolated Com, picked up the weapon, and the call is made to move forwards, to pack mentality. And they're ripping Lev apart. Through the back of the side, it's Aspas and Tex, they have to reclaim any part of this. The half clearance again, and Aspas is left to do the most still. A blessing in disguise here. Rocket into his hands. Half onto the fuse, here's the footsteps, noise bait, jump spot again. A tap. Now the committal, Aspas knows it. The win cons has to get half, at least for even a chance in hell, but he doesn't know if he's being pressured. Rifle picked up and away, drifting back and forth. They know he's not on it. Leap again, tapping and swinging around.
We got information on the opposite side of the map.
Contacting up, no util. 1 for 1, backing away, scurrying at the footsteps as well as a noise bait by Tex. He's still committed into this one, and JonahP, he's happy for it, man. Willing to rip away another player.
Both players super confident. Both been playing incredibly well in recent matches. Jonah comes out on top.
With a player down for Lev in this particular spot again, a lot's going to be asked of the remaining 3. Even Com as well, looking for that information. Any signs of life here. Very committed and extended out towards Showers as well. Just needs to play his life here. Potentially risks need to be taken. He's already pushed up straight past this one inside the smoke. Spike's going to be stuck and committed. Com! Where's he seen that one from? Spam down though. It's a trade in sight still. 2 left to stand here for Lev. The potential is there for them to try and salvage. Molly slightly delayed. Mazino's not going to be able to delay and deny that. Spike going down.
They're looking for kiNgg.
And kiNgg spotted. Still with the movement though this time. It's working rings around them. But spotted again on the reaggress. The cross once more. So it's Mazino left into that 1v2. It's an orb up into his face. Too many obstacles really. Surely to account for, yeah. Walking further forwards, just encroaching into territory that they potentially don't have, yet still will get rewarded. kiNgg forced to back away here, and at least there's an ult forced out as well, out of Icy. He wanted to respond back here. Fuse are going to be running out just in time. Still tucked to the corner. Oh no, pre-fired. Running him down. What? Mazino? How the hell has he got that?
That's so unlucky for Mazino.
Yeah.
But still, Leviatán in the 3v2. kiNgg's done his job.
It's definitely made it winnable. But aspas is that lone player sitting onto the side. I've been worried about the Showers players. aspas back in position once more. Has that control out towards Lampsia. Thrash with a detainment is the best chance they've ever had. JonahP seeks to delay and at least try and save, but it's not possible. By aspas is vitally important. And it's all about a clearance. Leaf expecting it. At least with that anticipation, maybe he's created an opening. Still, G2, they don't want to shy away from this fight. Out towards A now with just 30 seconds left. It's a full committal, even though the players are here to receive. Lev, crossed up now. Com still with control. Out towards it. Can't deny the plant, though. He's the one who's dropped. Mazino, surely you don't go for this as well. He's just walking out into the open. Raining down with the bullets, and his head just pops out and over. Nothing he looks at. I think valyn positions, it's a boom bot, it's a thrash, it's all going to be used to try and clear out this pit. And guess what? Detainment onto the 2, it's an orbital strike. They are just waddling and wading through it, but then microwave to death and splitting it all the way up. There's no lacking of the map control here, fully in control of the front section of A. There needs to be a response from Lev here. It's the final round here of the half. They're trying to take the fight forwards into the approach again, but Mazino traded out. Can't quite do it. It's bullets firing all the way down as well. Tick's barely able to evade most of it here. Second round of things with the thrash. Detainment not quite there, just about avoided. Dizzy in their faces. Flashed up, there's the acknowledgement. And Icy's keen for it. Even keener aim still will be required. Still, aspas is there. Now with a showstopper. Up and over once more. Pre-fires into the corner. But too much to do, surely. Too much to overcome. Triangle
back into high-low setups. They do this pretty constantly.
Or double flash fight. I mean, blinds potentially connecting there, but pre-fire necessary. Dropping the players.
Look at the walkout from valyn.
Yeah, this is very committed. Here's many footsteps here. Just didn't quite know what to aim for.
Good read, though. Great read from Leviatán. They got players anti-flash for that play down B long, and then they recognize valyn. Very good anticipation. That's what we've been missing from Lev.
I'm just cutting noise. Still bodies are being shown here. Lev ready to try and swarm and overwhelm this one. That's a committal into the TP. They don't have prior control of this one. And that might bite them from behind. Icy is the one who's just looking to make his mark. No, and shots rattled. 3 necessary, at least to just clean up Mazino. Backside control fully gained up here, but across, not watchful. Leaf is quick onto it. It's answered back and at least traded here, but still 2v3.
They don't know where the retakers are coming from, though.
Exactly, it's perilous. Precarious. Here for G2 now, still doubled up. Same could be said for Lev, though, and they want to try and take this fight. Any way you slice it. Again, still doubled up and backing away once more here. Puts Icy with a difficult task ahead of him. Got to overcome this one here, and it's a high-low setup, just crouched up. No other options across the rest of the map here. It's all 5 players up through A short. They're just slowing it down for a moment, but now going for the committal. Trailblazer used in response. That clears out most of the shower. It's going to give G2 a bit of peace of mind as well, knowing that nobody's playing into that spot. Might even just seeking to try and delay this one. That's valyn. A bit of run and gun. Just punishing that one as they're just trying to get onto the line of side angles, out through lamps and away. It's jumping up and around. Mazino just barely alive. Down to the double digits. Dizzy being used as well and committed. kiNgg cleaning up. JonahP. That was a necessary one as well. Losing control slowly of the map here, but over the top as well. That's not smoked up. Leaf, this guy is working miracles for them. Now the rest of the team going to be grouping up here. 2 left to stand here for Lev. Tex lurking his way around, almost.
And in the end, they ended up running into Leaf. He gets a double kill from Heaven here, with players swinging out into the open in spots where they probably don't have to be that active. Like I said, though, a bit of damage done, and G2 are going to be...
Oh my god, body blocked into the corner or what? But I'm not too sure. Drop down to 5 ounces. The Thrash. It's committed a second wave of things here. Icy presses forward. It's entertainment. Up inside the smoke. Needs to be defended. Rifle in hand. Com will live up to that expectation. And it needed to happen.
How is aspas alive?
He's lucky to be so. Spike committed as well. That was G2 just looking to punish. They're even going for another reaggress out through B long. It's going to be giving them a lot of mid-round information to work with.
Ready.
Depending on the direction that Lev go into as well, might get punished for it, but we'll see. Again, could come down to these timings. Grouped up, Lev looking like they might want to commit down towards A. It's being watched. kiNgg aware that there's
Toxins going up.
these avenues that are open. But now looking the other direction, walls up, contacting. valyn to hold them back. It's an off angle. aspas leading the charge as well. He's lowing up here. Right balls! Spraying away. valyn still getting 2. And these players looking from behind. There's only 20 seconds left into the round here. You can feel the uncertainty just settling into Lev. They don't know where they can even be possibly coming from here. JonahP just wraps it around from the side as well. Needs some help now, being just ran down all the way through. Mazino doesn't know where to expect the second. Spike has to be committed to tap onto the plan. Hoping that it pushes Leaf out into the open. The overwhelming might of Leviatán. To Moss into the corner. Showstopper committed. aspas will not clear the corner up, but still flashed up as well. Lev, they can finally barrel their way through. A path has been paved up into the side, but they're not accounting for this octagon. Flash is perfect. JonahP!
Trying to explore short. This time, Lev with a bit of a read. Big clash.
Yeah, contacting up into the fight as well. It's an auto strike. That's an attempt to relieve some pressure. No punish though. Not even a push forwards as well, what they were hoping for, hopefully, that overextension of these players. But Lev are finally finding themselves in a good spot. It's an ult pulled out, it's a first kill earned. It's all about converting from this point on. Dizzy, that spots it. Thrash, it's committed. As soon as they get that acknowledgement, it's spammed down though, defended. valyn, he was there with the molly and with the rifle play.
This a fake though, just trying to keep players anchored over towards B.
A horn sent flying into the back of the side. Satchels as well. Cuts up the crosshair placement.
30 seconds left.
Leaf can't withstand it. Has to back away here.
Okay.
Giving up the sight now forward. It's a TP by IC.
Spike planted.
Commits out. Boombot wasn't broken.
Welcome.
There's one side of things here. The squeeze is coming out now. TP reinforcement arriving here for G2. Still worried about the potential. They're being a lurker, but it's a crossfire setup to get through. And what util do they have? Trailblazer. These should be good enough. Takes the movement. That's nice. Just slightly ajar. Still G2 are not going to be slowing down their own approach. Off from the side here. Get a bit of a pincer going, but they need these hookah players to start putting in some impact, or do they? It's barreling over. Brute force, and again the distractions necessary to try and win it still. To pit in their face. A tap. Forcing these players out from the wide open space. No way, adjustment. valyn, ridiculous. It's magnetic in the moment, sticks it to half. Win God's hurt, and a round, 1 out. That is ludicrous.
Stage 1, apologies. Again, making it through Leviatán, but that one through the lower bracket. Oh, Icy spotted.
Oh, punish. This with the Guardian.
And so if they want to do it, it's going to be a 4v5 in round 19.
Yeah, in this case, though, Lev will be hanging on. Tenacity is there with this team. Never willing to give up too much. G2, potential's there for a play as well, but might get caught by kiNgg once more. Calls to the group up, though. This one looks like a heavy committal. Mazino's got an orbital strike to work with. They can use that to clear a lot of that space. Might give them peace of mind, and yeah, it's going to be committed. So, out towards Lamp here. Finally gets to move on, uses the stimmy to evacuate and through and out. Nade sails up and over. JonahP so fast under this line. Adjustment! Control needs to be maintained here, but flash into the face. G2 on top of them all. It's a 12 round, and one more step is all that's
30
needed, and
seconds
one
left.
player is all that stands between it. A grand finals appearance for G2. They'd love to have it to right the wrongs of stage 1.
And it's Tex. How much more poetic could it get? The player removed from G2 at the beginning of the year has to do it all with
He's
only
gotta
10
get a move
seconds.
on, man. They know exactly where he is, and G2 won't give him anything at all.